Hello there, and welcome to this episode of A Tiny Dot in Space, where I explore the world, one county, one state, one territory, one area, one region, one whatever you call the first level of subdivision of the various countries on planet Earth at a time on GeoGuessr. And I do this with three aims in mind. First of all, to see places I've never been to and probably will never go to. Second of all, to hopefully have some fun or see something interesting. And last of all, try to play a game of 25,000 points on GeoGuessr, and that is a perfect game. And if I succeed in doing so, in whatever region I'm in at any given time, that's the last you'll see of that area in this series. And if I fail in doing so, you might see it again. Now, today is very unlikely that I will make a 25,000 point round, or game rather, because we're going to a country without official coverage. It's all third-party stuff, and it's all photospheres. We won't be moving around anything. We're moving into the Wasit governorate of Iraq. And, well, the Wasit governorate is, 17,700 square kilometers. The population in 2024 of 1.64 million people. And the capital is the city of Al-Qut, which lies down here, or just Qut. Let's see if I can dig up it wasn't so easy. I thought I was going to, well, maybe I can find it here. Let's see. Al-Qut, come on. Al-Qut, don't be coy. There we go. Al-Qut has 500,000 inhabitants as of 2024. There we go. As you can see, there aren't all that many locations. There's none. Well, there's none sort of in the middle here. And so I guess it's rather dry, and that everything is centered on the Tigris. And, well, there's about 90-some locations here. So I'll be playing a few games, and we'll see if I can muster up a 5,000 point round, and that would be nice. Maybe I'll get a repeat location, so I have a chance of it, but I don't really expect being able to get a 5,000 point round, or more than one at least. So let's see how this goes. Anyways, it will be interesting to have a look around, and that's mainly why I do this series, to have a look around. And try to familiarize myself with areas for, well, just for the heck of it, but also for future geoguessing. So let's see, you'll find the link to this particular game in the comment section of the game, and as I will of the video. There we go. Not the comment section. I'm a dunce tonight. You'll find the link to this game in the description section of this video. There we go. So you can have a stab at this game and the other games I will probably be playing in this episode. So let's see. Well, that hardly gave anything away, did it? And you don't see many shots at ground level like this. And that's a huge hand. Yep, those are sitting on the curb here, taking a photosphere of something. It's a couple of intricate gates, and so the road doesn't seem to be in terribly good nick, but still nice looking area. Let's see, northwest. Let's let's assume. So I do remember I saw a couple of night shots from up in Badra Spend. But whether that is here or not, well, the directions of the street work quite well, so why not? Let's have a little look. How about this place? That kind of fits with the streets and all. Oh, we can even have a look at... No, I thought that was this man's phone, but it probably isn't. Yeah, that's southeast. Well, yeah, maybe. Northwest, not so much. Yeah. Oh well, northwest. Oh, okay. Then I got this thing wrong. So we closed off to the northeast. That's different then. We could be maybe there, but that doesn't match either. And of course, that is gambling on whether the directions on the compass of this geolocation are right. Now I'm gonna take a chance, and I'm gonna say that maybe, just maybe, you never know, the compass might be off, and I'm right. We'll see. I was not. We were in Alkut. And okay, that's the 89 111 and the 94 111. Okay, let's see if we can remember that. 89 94. Alright. Not quite sure if I agree with that location, but that's probably right. Okay, next one. Well, that's a lot of palms. And that's a very badly stitched together sphere. Sort of seems rural. So there were a couple of locations down here, and then there were locations all the way up the river. We could... Let's try some over here by Zubaydia. Oh, well, it was the right thinking, but the wrong place. At the supermarket, right on the spot. And some square stuff here. We're actually quite close to that. Okay. Maybe if we get there again. Sorry, I think I got a frog in my throat or something. Okay, what are you guys tending to? What are you growing here? Are you digging up a drainage ditch or something? This kind of seemed very similar. Let's see now. South, north. If I'm gonna make a gamble. So you see the road running up here. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigris is running on the other side of that weir. Burma, whatever you call it. To the east. So let's see, do we have any areas where... Oh, we got plenty of areas where the Tigris is running. Now let's see, can we find a place where... Well, like this maybe. Don't recall whether there were any locations that close to the border to the next governorate, but that seemed like a decent candidate. Yeah, let's go with that. It's probably wrong, but not by that much. But ooh, don't do that. I hate it when it does jump into another. Let's see. So that berm was off to the east, but we're looking at that. So that's upside down. So it's just north of this bridge here. Parallel to the S in Tigris. Okay. And then... I would hope this is a barber shop and not a dentist's. Those are sort of the two obvious choices that came to mind to me. Well, this I have no idea where it is, but let's see, north. So let's have a little look up at Badraspend again. So there aren't really any roads in Badraspend, well, except maybe this one. But I would think that Badraspend is probably a little less dilapidated looking. How about Alhai? Let's give Alhai an attempt. Nope, not at all. We are in Azizia. Okay. And this one is going to be a beast to remember. Well, we got that short little street there, and we got the supermarket off to the west. So, and it's always nice checking out people's homes, especially if the images would load properly. Here we go. Lots of carpets, lots of plaster tiles, I would think. Clay, maybe clay tiles. Glazed such. Well, hard to tell where you live out from this, but let's just say that you live in Al-Qut. And I think most of the locations were down here. Actually, just outside Al-Qut, so there's a mosque here and a shopping mall. Let's see, we're just the third building down from that one. Shopping mall. And, well... Okay, so what did we get? Did not break 20k. Well, that should definitely be an ambition. So let's go for the second game. But do it the right way. By clicking there instead. There we go. Create a challenge. Make another link. And we have another go at Wasit. Oh, sorry, the Wasit. New location. Those are nice. Guess it doesn't rain much here. In order for such furnishings to be outdoors, although that one has probably seen a bit of ravaging from not just the inhabitants of this house, but also the elements. And wonder what that machine might be for. Maybe something to do with dates. So I assume that is what they're getting out of these palm trees. Hibiscus, I guess. I'm not a horticulturist by any means. And someone promoting themselves or being promoted up there. But where this is, hard to tell, but probably, most likely, along the Tigris. Let's try up by Az-Zubaydia again. Ooh, okay. Right, so that place with the couches and stuff is just north of this thing. Little loopy thing there, outside the house. Oh, I remember seeing this when I made the map, but where it is now, that's another matter. Okay, so we got a kind of like a staff kitchen for something. It's probably a combination of roasters and things. So what might they be doing here? Saf. Not an easy one, but I'm gonna assume we're in Kut. Maybe we could be down with the university. Not at all. Up by Badraspend. Oh yeah, there is quite a few locations up here by this chemical storage site or whatever it is. And I have a feeling that either this is a building that is not on the map or it is a mislocated geoposition. Somewhere sort of close to these 5 things, closer than to the rest of the plot. Hang on, this is quite similar to yeah, what was that? Quite similar to that place up in Azizia. And let's see, so it's not that place, but it kind of seems quite similar. I wonder if it might be on the same street. Most likely not. But okay, so have a look in south. Okay. Yeah, this is pure supposition. There's green to the south. That sort of suggests that we are close to the river, I think. So, for the heck of it, say that we're here. Not at all. Another location up by Badr Spend. Okay. In the supermarket next to an ice cream shop, south of Badr Spend. And now we're here again. That was in Al Qut. Now let's see if we can figure that was 94 and 82, was it? Let's see. Was 94, 111, and here it was. There. And that's my 5k. Huh. Lucky. Oh my word. I'm a sucker for chocolate. Although, well, there's a lot of figs and dates here, as well as cookies and stuffs, but a lot of chocolatey things as well. Katakit. Would that be a sort of knockoff of Kit Kat? Tortello. Share. Of course, these boxes you see all over the place. Yeah. I mean, these things have been around forever. I remember eating cookies out of boxes or tins like these when I was a kid, and that's like in the 1970s. So yeah, I'm that old. And something with some Russian stuff on it. What on earth is this? Bambuk. That seems like something very hard and dry. And there's no end of sweets here. Super bar. Katakit. And shelf upon shelf. Hello, sir. And let's see, southeast. Babylon. Hey. Yeah, every single little square and cubic inch of this thing, except for this very, very tiny lane, have been utilized. What you got here then? I wonder what these things are. Al Sultan. Well, that suggests olives, but these doesn't. Well, there's some olives up there in there, but here we got olives. We got peppers. Huh. Interesting place. I like it. Where it is though, well, are we gonna say Al Qut again? Al Qut. Yeah, let's say over here. Okay, that wasn't so bad. It was across the river, actually. And next, opposite the dentist. Okay. So what do we get out of that? 22,250. That's nice. And we got the first 5k as well. Well, I'm going to do at least one more. So let's see. So we got a 5k. Let's see if we can beat the 22,250 score. Let's see. Let's play. Oh, this is nice. Yes, sir. It is nice indeed. And peace upon you. Let's see. We got birds. We got the pond. Sort of a little park set up here. And that could be, although I'm not sure. So we got a cell phone mast there. Not sure whether that is a solar cell thingy. For a moment I was wondering if that could be floodlights at the football stadium in Alcourt, but I don't think so. But maybe just maybe. I would think that maybe the university here has something nice and green, or maybe we could be down here. Let's try that. Well, hang on. So we got something nice looking over to the east. We got a road going north-south. So we're probably not here, but definitely not here. That will probably be a more imposing looking building. And of course we don't know whether the map is correct here. I'm going to put it there and then see what happens. 16 kilometers. Oh, the Al-Waha company. Okay. Al-Waha camp. Don't see anything that immediately resembles what I was looking at. Okay. New location. Given that they're taking the shoes off, this could be a mosque. Well, in general, I think that taking your shoes off and going into a house, unless of course it's a public building where you're supposed to keep your shoes on, not like a mosque, of course, taking your shoes off is an entirely sensible thing. I mean, that way you don't pull all the dirt and grime and whatever the shoes have been stepping into. So yeah, you're not spoiling your carpets and all that stuff. Okay, so where do we think we are? Let's try Al-Suwaira. And, well, why not? Maybe this area. Not at all. Another one in Padraspend. On the outskirts of Padraspend. And, well, while the location doesn't look right, at least, rather the exact location doesn't look right, the general location is probably. Next then. Oh, we're here again. Yeah, just in a slightly different position. Okay, let's see now. That was outside Kut. Let's see, not there, but it was somewhere here in this area, wasn't it? Let's see. Blast. So it was 18 kilometers outside Al-Kut. The Al-Waha company. Here we go. So the location in the previous one was there, but when let's see. Can we see the pond? Must be up there. So let's see. So we're looking eastwards. I would assume that this hedgerow runs along that road. So that should put us about there. Well, that wasn't so bad. Okay, next one. Ooh. Okay. I'm impressed. That's definitely impressive. Yeah, that's. I think splendid is the word. So then the question is, where is this mosque? Where is this mosque? Okay, so let's have a look at Al-Qut again. And let's see where. Let's see, we got a mosque over here. Let's see. Kind of pointed out this mosque, but that doesn't seem to be the one we're looking for. Let's see what we're looking at. It's must be a fairly important mosque for being that opulent. So maybe I doubt not that one. Okay, so let's have a look at this Badra Spend place then. So it's not that mosque. So this mosque, no, that's probably not it. There's probably a lot of mosques that aren't marked on the map, for whatever reason. Okay, so let's check Al Suwaira, the Akhram Mosque. We're looking for one with a very large square around it. And that doesn't fit at all with that one. Got a mosque up here. Nope. And another mosque. Nope. And another mosque. Nope. Getting repetitive. So it's not the Akram. Okay. Let's have a look in Azizia again. Doesn't seem like there's any. Well, there will be mosques, but none that they were very inclined to advertise, so to speak. Okay, Kasr Hamid. We checked out Azizia. How about Az Zubaydia? Not really a candidate either, not from the look of the building. Okay, we go on. Numania. Doubtful. Not sure about that one either. Nope. Okay, we started to run out of towns here. Al-Khai? Mosque down there. Couple of mosques up here, but neither of these qualify either. Imam Mahdi? Oh, no. A shrine. It could be a shrine, you know. I'm gonna take a shot at this one. Dude, it was the right one, and the direction was right, and I was wrong. That sucked. Ah, that was so good, but it sucked even so. Ah, now we're here again. Ah, where was this? This was... think hard now. Think hard. Quiet, please. Enjoy the silence. Yeah, start humming Depeche Mode. Oh, where was this again? This was not in Al-Qut. Was it? Was this one of those Badra spend places? Or was this the one that was opposite the dentist's? I think it might have been. Let's see. That was out here, wasn't it, somewhere? Haunted house, what on earth? The question is, where was that dentist's office then? Not in this area, was it? Oh gods. Yeah, I'm not gonna find anything here. Not there. Blast. I think it was somewhere over there. No, it was one of... Ah, yes, it was that... By that chemical plant. Right. Okay, so it didn't beat our best time, but... I have to say, even though there was no 5k, we had 24999. So let's see, what was the third one again? Yes, that was that one. Right. Okay, I'll say myself happy with that. So we've had a little look around in Wasit, and yeah, that was a fair bit of fun, and I'm glad that you're still with me here on a tiny dot in space, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode when it's up. So until then, bye bye.